So I wanted to go over the temperatures here for the long range, and this is the European Ensemble showing based on 2 meter temperature anomaly Celsius to 24 June. Okay, so this is a 5 day average. Okay, so this gives us a good average of temperatures above below normal. You can see to the west of the Rockies going to be almost exclusively above normal. This through June 27th. And even as we get further out towards July, maybe above normal here in the eastern U.S. But up until then, looks to be above normal uh, for most of the western U.S. and below normal in the eastern U.S. Now, if we look at the GFS, see what it thinks about this. Pretty much the same thing here as far as temperatures go, and maybe trending above normal as we get towards the first part of July. As far as precip goes, the GFS ensemble, this consists of 31 members, right? Looks to be above normal precip chances in the parts of the central and northern U.S. and the northeast, trending below normal down here in the southern part of the United States, at least for a little while here. You see the numbers on the right and left. On the right here, the deeper greens equal above normal, deeper reds equal below normal. Although not extreme, but down in Florida maybe it'll be the worst as far as dry weather. And we get towards July, looks to be still above normal precip chances up in the northern part of the country, northeast, central plains, and the southeast looks to be below normal. Okay, go back to the European, see it has a 0Z. Here's a 0Z, most recent run. It pretty much shows the same thing here as we get towards the end of the month. Below normal precip down in the southern part of the U.S., above here in the northern and central U.S., and trending above up to the north here. So what does the Climate Prediction Center have to say about this? So let's review the 3 to 7 day hazards just to kind of go over this, right? They're predicting hazardous heat right along the Gulf Coast. This is kind of the short-term outlook. Wanted to show you all this. Heavy rainfall potential, the 21st, 22nd here in these different areas. So this is a pretty short-term outlook for what's going to be going on here in the next 7 days. And if you look at this graphic, it definitely shows the same thing that the GFS and European Ensemble is showing. Below normal temps expected up here in generally the middle part of the country here and the southeast, above normal out west and above normal in Florida. As far as precip goes, you see where the highest precip amounts are forecast to be according to the Climate Prediction Center. It pretty much lines up with what the models are saying. Going a bit further out, this is through the 2nd of July. This shows where the warmest temperatures are forecast to be according to the Climate Prediction Center. And up here in the north central U.S., near normal temperatures are forecast. So, so far, I mean, it looks pretty on par with the exception of maybe we see more. I saw more of a trend of it warmer out west here. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Here's your 8 to 14 day precip outlook. See how it's shifted into the northeast, which pretty much agrees with the models, and either below or near normal as far as down here in the southern to the U.S. and out west here, with above normal, maybe some monsoon moisture getting into the desert southwest. As we get a little bit further out here, above normal temps out west, and we kind of looked at that on the European and GFS ensembles, and the eastern and northern, northeast, mid-Atlantic look to be below normal temperatures here. Also, as far as the period the 27th through the 10th of July, you see where the highest precip amounts are forecast to be in the northeast and maybe in the desert southwest with the monsoon season, and below normal down here in the deep south and parts of Florida, equal chances otherwise. And this was just issued a few days ago. This is your July outlook, looking to be above normal out west, which we kind of saw on the climate, the European ensembles, right? And the GFS ensembles, and in the eastern U.S., with equal chances in the north central, central, and Midwest here. This is the precip outlook for July. above normal forecast out west, trending that way in the Midwest U.S. and the Mississippi Valley, below normal along the Gulf Coast once again here, and also here in the northern tier of the U.S. and the northwest part of the U.S. also. Moving into the extended period, July through September. This is issued yesterday, actually. So this is pretty recent. Pretty much the same pattern here. Trough with below normal temperatures looking to be trending that way for the Midwest here, and equal chances otherwise. But otherwise for the U.S., most of the U.S. is forecast to be above normal, at least trending that way, with the highest probabilities in the darker reds here. As far as the seasonal precip outlook, July through September, most of the nation, they don't go either way with equal chances. But out west here in the desert southwest in the favored monsoon regions above, maybe the south central U.S. below normal, trending that way. In the Midwest, the upper Midwest, maybe below, maybe above here right along the eastern seaboard and below on the northwest coast. But you can see the majority of the nation has equal chances here. So we'll just have to see how this plays out, but that's the general trend right now. As far as the tropics, we know how active it's been right here in the continental U.S. the past couple days. But this was issued on the 16th, and it's showing how active the Pacific's going to be here with enhancement of moisture and tropical development along the Mexico coast here. 60% probability of storm forming here. And you see here in the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico, drier than normal conditions. So tropical development is not likely here. Also, the Western Pacific will be pretty active as well. And then during both periods to the beginning of July, and also active in the Eastern Pacific with formation chances a little further to the west with enhanced moisture and precip here partially because of El Nino type pattern setting up. So still pretty dry conditions here in the Caribbean and tropical Atlantic for the foreseeable future here. And here your 8 to 14 day hazards, and this is part of the extended, right? Slight risk of hazardous temperatures out west here, 26th to the 28th, and into the Florida Peninsula, the 26th through the 2nd here of July. So they're cooking down there. It's going to be warm once again down here. As far as precip, the 26th through the 2nd, highest risk of excessive rainfall is in the middle part of the U.S. during the 26th to the 28th period here. And as you know, we're in a drought down here in the southeast, but you look at this map, well, it finally looks like we're coming out of it. Drought removal likely in the green, no drought here in the central part of the state. This is the June 18th through September 30th, released June 18th. So that's good news, but the drought is going to persist here along the northeast corridor, parts of the mid-Atlantic, and parts of the interior southeast. Out west here, the drought's going to persist or develop in the yellow and brown here. So drought conditions are going to continue. And maybe with the monsoon getting active here, the drought will improve or be removed. So it might remain, but it'll improve here. And the rest of these greens and browns, either the drought will, or the light browns, I guess, will remain but improve or be removed. And the only part here without a drought is in the white, which was a small part of the nation, the deep south, parts of the central part of Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, of course. This will likely change even more as we get more rain in the coming days, but that's it for the long-term outlook for the continental U.S. I hope that you find this useful. If you do, like, subscribe, and comment. Leave any comments in the comments below. Appreciate y'all watching. Take care. Have a great day.